Good day, Dr. Baha, classmates, and other viewers. This presentation is for the course Managing Family Enterprise. We are Group 3, and the members are Livia Hutchinson, Olivia Isaac, Natalia John, Cavion Mitchell, Natoya O'Neill, Maria Pollard, and Alicia Williams. We give you a brief overview of the presentation. It contains an introduction, the methodology, business background, and it covers the topics CEO leadership roles, business operations, family dynamics, succession and estate planning, and governance. We've also included a conclusion and our recommendations. For the purpose of this course, the presentation will focus on the Cabin Electronics, a local family-operated enterprise. The purpose of this study is to investigate and analyze the various elements of the business operations, the company's history and growth, and the role of family members and the business operations. The methodology used during the course of this investigation was one of interviews conducted over the telephone and in person, observations on the daily operations of the business, and a questionnaire which was completed by the owner, Mr. Gabriel Joseph, and his successor. To begin discussions about the company's history and growth, we present the mission and vision statements. The mission statement of the Cabin Electronics is to provide customers with an unparalleled experience by offering the best professional audio devices in the world. Our products deliver ultimate sound quality, inspiring simplicity, and incredible value. We will continue to innovate and challenge old paradigms with new solutions that advance audio recording and elevate creativity. The vision statement. Our vision is to be the most client-driven organization, to fabricate a place where individuals can come to discover and find any electronic sound gadget they might need to purchase. The business background. The Cabin Electronics, formerly known as the Music Store, has been in operations for 3 generations of the Joseph family. It opened its doors in the year 1940 with Mr. Gabriel Joseph Sr. at the helm. He ran the company for 20 years until he passed, at which time his youngest son, Mr. Gabriel Joseph Jr., took control. That was in the year 1980. The company started as an electronic supply store, selling things like records, stereos, Discmans, Walkmans, and cassette players. Some of the company's key milestones are the continuation of the business when it was passed on from father to son in the year 1980, the expansion of the company where they opened 2 additional branches, the unfortunate closing down of those 2 branches, and the expansion of the main branch in the year 2013. When the company expanded, additional staff was hired. After the helm was passed on to Mr. Gabriel, the business employed 7 more employees. There was the owner, 1 manager, 1 supervisor, 2 sales representatives, 1 driver, and 1 technician. He also hired 1 warehouse supervisor, an additional driver, and 3 additional sales representatives, and his son as part-time manager. The Cabin Electronics operates under the Management First business system. Staff recruitment and selection is based on capabilities and credibility rather than relationships. Remuneration in this company also depends on duty and the execution of those duties. The CEO leadership role. The CEO is responsible for leading the development of the company. His role entails being ultimately responsible for daily management decisions and implementation of the company's long and short-term plans. Some of his main responsibilities are keeping the business competitive, long-term planning that will propel the business from generation to generation, generating a successful business. The CEO is also responsible for ensuring effective open communication between family members at the company. This is critical because of the number of challenges that they face. Challenges are effectively resolved using a variety of communication techniques and focusing on continual improvement. Some of the techniques used are active listening, welcoming differences in opinions, being honest and fair, and holding regular meetings. The CEO's spouse also plays a unique role in the family business. She acts as the facilitator of communication, she provides moral support, and functions as the co architect of successful generational transitions. Business operations. Business operations are an important aspect for the day-to-day operations of all businesses. At Cavani Electronics, the employees consist of both family and non-family members. The employees are at the center of all business operations, and they are the ones who must complete the day-to-day tasks of the business, and they directly interact with the customers. Hiring the right person for the right job is a major part of maintaining business operations. At Carbon Electronics, both family and non-family members of staff are treated in the same manner in terms of appraisals, company rules, compensation and benefit packages, and disciplinary action. The major difference in employee treatment or benefits in this organization depends on the position held by the employee. Those at higher levels are, of course, given more benefits and perks depending on their authority levels, but this is the case in most businesses. While all employees are treated and paid the same, one major difference the manager expressed is that family members may be confided in with more confidential business operations than those who are not family members. Family dynamics. Family dynamics can be defined as the synergy between family members as well as the changing relationships that may exist within a family. At Carbon Electronics, there was no major family concerns in relation to family harmony, as not many family members are involved in the business itself. Meetings are orchestrated to deal with conflict and have discussions to find a solution for the problem rather than have it affect the performance of the business. Due to the fact that none of the Joseph children's spouses who are employed in the organization was a major contributor to the lack of family conflict within the organization. Succession and estate planning. Succession planning is a component of good human resource planning and management. In a firm, succession planning focuses on the most senior managers in the organization as they hold key positions that are crucial to the operation of the business. The owner of Carbon Electronics have made plans to ensure the continuity of the business into the next generation of their family. Those plans, however, have not been formalized, and there is no documentation to state exactly what these plans are. Although the owner of Carbon Electronics, Mr. Joseph, has not drawn up his will, he has made it clear that he intends for his son to become the next leader of the firm. Mr. Joseph indicated that his chosen successor's character is in alignment with the favorable traits of a good leader, some of which include loyalty, trustworthiness, understanding, and concern for the family business. Mr. Joseph has not given any consideration to estate planning either, so in the event of his unexpected death or ill health, the business and the rest of his estate will be distributed according to the intestate statute. Governance. In terms of governance at Cabin Electronics, family meetings are held every month, which takes into consideration the performance of the company, resolution to challenges that may arise, strategic policy making, approaches to employee motivation, financial accountability, and so on. There are few independent advisors, and there's one family member who oversees the overall running of the business and advises on how it can be improved. They also look to determine if objectives and targets are being met by focusing on the processes and overall relationships that exist with internal and external customers. At present, there are no family constitutions for the business, and there are no systems in place for governance either. Conclusion. At Carbon Electronics, we have learned that there is no succession plan in place and no estate plan in place to consider the future of the organization. This company wants to become a household name. To do this, they must plan strategically for the future. Recommendations. At Carbon Electronics, they need to introduce succession planning. The continuity in leadership will help the organization to exist into the future and to become successful even after the previous owner has passed on. It is also critical to choose a next of kin who is intelligent, abreast with all the new market trends, and who shares the common goals of the organization. We also recommend that estate planning be considered for this business. The owner should meet with his legal team and begin discussing who is entitled to what share of his wealth. This would limit family conflict and sibling rivalry in the future. Improve business strategy to encourage growth. They should open a few branches of this organization throughout the country. This would allow them to supply to a bigger population of the country and assist them in becoming a household name. They would not only continue to have great customer service but also a presence within the market. Carbon Electronics could also continue to look at extending the products that they offer in order to keep up with the growing demands of their customers. This would maintain their relevance within the market. These were some of the references used for our presentation and for our report. We thank you sincerely for taking the time to listen to our presentation.